I'm going to tell you a little story. Those of you who don't know, I was a Waukegan police officer here for 26 years, and I'm going to tell you, in 1975, how we used to deal with homeless. Start the shift, on midnight shift, the sergeant would say, go round up all the homeless and drive them as far away from this city as you can. That was a direct order, a standing order every midnight shift. So what we would do is we would pick up the homeless and we'd drive them to Zion, we'd drive them to Lake Forest, we'd drive them to North Chicago, we'd drive them out of Waukegan, because at that time the mayor felt that the homeless were a burden on our city. That was a problem. I'll never forget this. The first time I realized how important it was to house homeless people and to get homeless people in shelters where they needed to be was we used to pool our money together on midnight shift, and we buy train tickets, and we put the homeless on the train to Chicago, because that's the way it was done. And that's the way it was done for a long time, until one day we got a call down to the train station, and there was a disturbance down there, and there were about 50 people in our train station, and they're all homeless. And one of them came up to me and gave me a note from the Chicago Police Department. And the note said, "We have more of them than you do." That's when I realized we had to do something different. And that's when I particularly stopped doing that, because I thought it was embarrassing for me to do that. So we've heard this term, it takes a village. And certainly it does take a village, because this is something that, I mean, I have to tell you, I got this firsthand when an incident happened with Joe Williams and I at PADS. And at that point I realized how important it was to start communicating, because I didn't communicate with many people. I thought that all of you communicated together. Obviously I was wrong, because we're all in this room for a reason. We're in this room to try to end homelessness, put a dent in it, and it's going to take all of us to do that. It's not going to take PADS or John or the other service organizations in this room. It's going to take all of us working together to make this thing work. What I intend to do here, and I'd like to do, is I'd like to have a better outcome than we currently have in Waukegan. We need to reduce the number of homeless. We need to reduce the number and time a person is in homelessness. We need to have better health outcomes for the homeless. And we need to contribute to a county-wide solution to this problem. Now, Waukegan is the largest city in Lake County, but by no means do we have all the problems. All of you have the same problems we have, just to a smaller degree. And I can assure you, after today, we will be working collectively to resolve this issue that's plaguing all of us. Joel, my commitment to you is to work with you. You and I had conversations. I will work with you. You will be part of this. You will be part of the solution to this problem. So don't worry about that. You're going to be part of it. The thing that remains constant in the city of Waukegan is homelessness. All of our goal should be to reduce that number substantially. We're not going to end homelessness. We have several people in Waukegan, and I think most of you probably know who they are. If you gave them a mansion, they would not move from where they're staying now. So those are issues we have to deal with. We have some mental health issues we have to deal with. But ultimately, the solution to this problem is going to be found among the people sitting in this room. Okay, thank you.